What is going on, you guys? It is your boy Virgil here, and welcome back to another episode of Dragon Ball Legends. Today I am joined with the homie Biscuit. Say what's up, bro.
Yo, what's up, guys? I'm Biscuit.
And today we're just going to be discussing the future of Zenkai and Ultra units in Dragon Ball Legends, of course. On your screens, we have the brand newest Zenkai, Zenkai transforming Gogeta. My immediate thoughts, I do have the guy at 1400%, only read 3, but I'm working on him right now. I think he's extremely balanced. I think he's really good, but however, he's extremely balanced. I think the development team are really just looking into each unit and thinking on how to make them not as busted as what they have done in the past, like with Gohan and 18. They just want to balance the meta, whatnot, not maybe focus a little bit more on, actual summonable units, LF units, whatnot. Stuff like that. Like this Gogeta specifically, man, he's a Super Saiyan unit, and that kind of cucks him because now they're looking at whenever they make a new Super Saiyan unit or Super Saiyan Zenkai, they got Bardock in the back of their minds. Like Bardock is gonna make this unit OP, so like let's just nerf him right off the rip. And they made this guy OD in stats, as you can see here. His stats are stupid high, but his uniques are not busted at all. Like he's very blast oriented and focused around his blue card. So he's not bad whatsoever, like by any means. He's just very focused, and I think they're gonna go in this sort of direction with like making units very specific, so there's like a sort of balance with the Zenkais. What do you think, man?
This Gogeta, I think he's probably the perfect Zenkai because he's what Zenkai should have been, in that he's not outright better than what he's competing with. He's competing with Vegito Blue for the blue spot on fusions.
Exactly.
He's not outright better. At high stars, I think Vegito Blue is better. But at lower stars, this Gogeta is good. Like, if you're a free-to-play player, like I'm free-to-play, my Vegito Blue is 4 stars.
Yeah.
If I was maining fusions, I would probably Zenkai this guy, because he's an old banner unit that I have, I think, at 9 or 10 stars. So,
exactly.
If I buy his missions and I summon on his banner, he's going to be near 14, he's going to be better.
Yeah.
But if I spend, or if I've gotten lucky, then I have a better choice. And that's what I think Zenkai should have been. And I think they've realized that starting roughly around Blue Goku, the Zenkai one.
Yeah.
They started toning them down and realizing these units we didn't mean to make. I don't think they ever meant for Zenkai to be the meta. I think it was sort of like, hey, you don't want to summon for LFs? Okay, you can instead spend 7,000 CC and get this unit guaranteed.
Exactly.
But they're worse. And I think that was their entire goal. But obviously they did not know how to balance some units.
Fumbled the bag, but...
yeah, that was... But I think this Gogeta... I also think Purple Khalifa was a perfect example.
Yeah,
because
insanely
she is
balanced.
Worse than Purple Hit.
Insanely balanced. She's not bad.
She's worse than Purple Hit, but
yeah.
She's not bad. You can still run her. Like, I've seen her a little bit in high ranks. I've seen a few female teams with her. She's good.
Yeah,
but she's not 18 ripping apart your team.
She's not Super Saiyan 3 Goku. She's not FSK Gohan.
She's not the biggest mistakes in the game.
We can move on to talking about some of those like extremely overwhelming Zenkais if you want. Like, we do have like the majority of the Zenkais now being insanely balanced. A lot of them come out almost seem underwhelming if you don't have like a good team setup and whatnot, because that's what this Gogeta is missing. Like, he's not bad, but it's just his team is not there yet, in my opinion. Like his maybe when Super Vegito Zenkai comes out, like this Gogeta can actually shine. But yeah,
I think he does fine.
Yeah,
it's that if you read his kit and the way they gave him a stat buff, and the biggest stats that were buffed were his defenses. I think they wanted him to be a defensive unit.
Yeah,
but
100%. They
just released a wall of a defensive unit for fusions in Gogeta, the Super Saiyan 4 one.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's where they messed up, was by making this guy a defensive unit after just releasing probably the most hype unit in the game so far as a defensive unit on the exact same team.
Fair point. You don't think they can make like the whole 3-party unit just a defensive, like similar to defensive Saiyans, just defensive fusion Saiyans?
The issue with defensive Saiyans and comparing them to something like fusions is that fusions inherently, their entire core is offensive right now, besides Gogeta.
Yeah.
Both the new one and the Legend Limited one. Because you think about like Red Gogeta, offense, Vegito Blue, offense, Purple Vegito, he's good defensively once he hits his 65% cut active for that. I think it was like 20 counts. But he still wants offense. Like, most of the core wants offense. Saiyans as a whole, they were just defensive because they all had, like, Super Saiyan 3 Goku on release have really high defenses. Angel Vegeta, double defense Z ability, healing, stalling. Like, a lot of them were geared to be defensive, and Fusion isn't. So I don't think they're going to transition to that. I think they could, but I don't think it will happen.
We really have to just see with this next Fusion Zenkai, like, whatever the direction, because they're leaning towards that defensive party setup right now, but...
I think the entire meta is leaning defensive, because if you think about it, the best teams in the game are all teams that can stall you out. Like, Godkey, I rate is the best team in the game right now, and their main unit that you bring in every match is Vados. And her entire thing is that she disrupts who she heals the team.
Yeah.
And then I have Regen number 2. What's Regen's entire gimmick? Disrupting and stalling. Sands number 3. Disrupting. I think the entire meta right now is shifted towards defensive and stalling. And I know why. It's because... So, this is... A lot of people don't know this. When level cap gets raised and when the stars got raised, the defensive stats scaled higher than the offensive stats. Which means that every unit became tankier.
Yeah.
And with the introduction of Zenkai, it was no different. The Zenkai buffed most defensive stats more than they buffed the offensive stats.
It's inevitable. Yep. It's inevitable.
Exactly. And that's why, like, when you go into training battle, units are tankier than they are in, like, rating, and that's why. Because it just scales more to the defensive. And that's why high ranks, when you're playing these full 14-star teams, everything's defensive. And I don't think the developers are intending this. I just think it's an unintended consequence of them raising level and adding new stat increases.
I agree, man. Continuing, like, to get to, like, our final point with the Zenkai is, like, what do you think they could do, like, overall to, like, just make a balanced meta with what the existing damage they've already done with OP Zenkai units? Like,
I think they're fixing it now because Gohan, I think as a solo unit, ignoring teams, typings, everything like that, he is the single best unit in the game kit-wise.
Oh, kit-wise, yeah. But he needs his team, I'd say.
But yeah, I don't even think it's the team thing. I think they're slowly making units that approach him. I think a lot of the more recent LFs at high stars compete with him. I think LF Kid Buu, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Merge Zamasu.
A lot of the recent LF units, I agree.
Yeah,
with
a lot of the recent LFs, when they get up to like 6, 7, 8 stars, they start competing with these Zenkais. Like, everyone talks about Zenkais running the meta. That's true, but right now on top 100 right now, I see regularly like 7, 8 star LFs.
Yeah.
Because they can keep up with every Zenkai. And I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to make Gohan, they're trying to get everyone on Gohan's level. They're not going to go above him. They're going to go equal with him. And then from there, they can start building up again.
Oh,
and I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think that makes complete sense. I do.
Because if we think about it, we haven't got a really meta-breaking unit like Gohan in how long? 8 months?
Yeah.
Like, we haven't got a unit that surpassed him.
Maybe equal. I think Super Saiyan 3 is very close. Like, both of them go par to par with each other.
I think Super Saiyan 3 is more of a team thing. Like, he just synergizes with Angel, Vegeta, and whatever Saiyan you have with him.
I mean, he fits good on Sun Family, too. That's the thing. I don't even run Saiyans, to be completely honest. I have him on Sun Fam. And he performs insanely good.
Yeah, I just think, like, Gohan he was the beginning of the end, quote-unquote. But I think they are starting to fix that damage because they're starting to power creep in a good way, and that they're starting to equalize everything.
That is very true.
And I think that actually segues us into our next topic perfectly with his Ultras.
Yep.
And that they could be what equalizes with Gohan.
So how are we feeling about that? Moving into Ultras right now.
I like their design. It's like I mentioned earlier when we were talking. A lot of people talked about Zamasu and Toppo being too big for the game. Because, and I've experienced that, I use Zamasu in a lot of my matches. When I'm at close range with him, I can't tell what's going on. He's just too big. Yeah. And it's because they're trying to put a character, that model, like, think about it, most of the models in the game are relatively the same size. Like Goku, Gohan, all of them, they're mostly the same size.
Yeah.
And then you throw someone big in there trying to do the same animations they do, it just doesn't work. And I think Ultra is going to give them a lot more creative, like, leeway.
Yep.
Like, they can just say, oh, wow, this dude's really big, so let's give him this animation where, like, the player can see. Like, Ultra Goku, for example, like, he has his own unique taps, charging key, like, everything about him is unique.
Yep. That's, like, probably, like, the best thing that I like about him. It's just all his animations are pretty, like, they're all different. He has a diverse kit. He's a great free-to-play option. Obviously,
yeah, I think he's the best free-to-play unit in the game.
Yeah.
Besides maybe the Zenkai 21. But even then, like, Saiyans being as good as they are.
I think, I honestly think he's superior to her. I mean, she's a great support unit, but, like, People really underestimate like the potential that he has on
yeah, his damage can skyrocket.
Yeah, 100%. At first it was I didn't really know how I felt because obviously like Super Gogeta is probably that red that you wanted, but you know, not everyone's gonna have him Zenkai, not everyone's gonna have stars on him. Ultra was just get him to 14 stars if you grinded the event, grinded the free-to-play stuff, and everyone is able to obtain this unit. Everyone can run him on their team.
Yeah. And then they did say they were going to make the next few ones free-to-play, which I'm happy about. I think them being free-to-play means, A, they're not going to be broken, and if they are, that means everyone's going to have them, so it's sort of like the everyone's super, then no one is thing. And I just, like, I don't want to have to summon for an Ultra because they're probably going to have terrible rates, and I'm not looking forward to that personally.
I mean, I
think that's going to be the maker for it.
One day they're going to be summonable, don't you think?
Yeah, they did say they were going to make them summonable at some point.
Yeah.
So,
till that day comes, I think they're going to be, you know, pretty good. Like, like a balancer, like something that's right in between everything we need, like a Zenkai, a brand new unit, and LFs, like something that people use. I think they're going to use
them to fill in gaps on teams. Like
exactly.
How Gaki needed a red, I think they could have gotten just a free-to-play Ultra Red.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're going to use them, or what they're going to do is how in Dokkan, for example, they always, for their anniversaries, they always give out a free copy, a free-to-play version of the anniversary unit. So for the 4th year anniversary, they give out a free-to-play Super Saiyan 4 Goku. For the 6th year anniversary, it was a free-to-play MUI Goku. I think they could go along that route. So, like, let's say this Black Friday we get MUI Goku, they could give us an Ultra unit that's just like, you know, SSB Goku or something like that, like, you know, another version.
Yeah. That's a fair point, yeah. I honestly think there's just too much potential, man. There's just so many things they can do with these Ultra units, and the fact that they're taking their time to make all these, like, different animations, the styles, like, it gives them that leeway to take their time and really make the correct decisions with how they drop these Ultra units and where they're needed, with what teams and, like, what circumstances and stuff like that, so.
Also, it's going to give them more time to, like, you know, work with their kits, like, say, hey, we want to, like, do this. Like, I think Ultra units are going to be... I think right now, we're in a short... Like, how we had the LF meta for the for the first few years of the game.
Yeah.
I think now we're going to be in the Zenkai meta. I think we're going to progress into the Ultra meta, and from there, I don't know. But I do think that Ultras will be the next meta of the game.
I mean, that'd be dope. I mean, as long as the majority of them are... I mean, the next few are definitely going to be free-to-play, obviously, because I don't see these guys having good rates at all, man.
Well, no, they said it in the reveals and stuff, actually. When he first came out, they said the next few were going to be free-to-play.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're going to be something. So they said it takes them about 4 to 6 months to make them. So I'd anticipate the earliest we're going to get a summonable one would be during 4th anniversary. I'd say that's the absolute earliest we get a summonable one, in my opinion.
That's a good prediction. I'd say about that time period, because they do take a couple months before this the next one drops. Think another one's going to drop this 3rd Annie? Second half, Ultra unit?
I think it's possible. I think if it doesn't drop during 3rd anniversary,
it'll drop
keep
right
an eye
after.
on it to drop directly after.
Yeah.
Because last year, we got Majin Vegeta directly after Annie, followed by, like, Green Goku Black and all that. So I do think we will get an Ultra between now and Black Friday. I don't think there will be one for Black Friday.
Yeah. It's going to be something in the next month, I'd say. Something in the next month
or two, yeah. We should get a new Ultra.
But is that pretty much everything we cover? Or is there anything else you want to say? All right. Well, that's pretty much our opinions on everything Zenkai and Ultra related for the future of Dragon Ball Legends. To, like, summarize, I think they're going in a pretty positive direction. They're making a lot of corrections to their already, you know, the fuck-ups they had with, you know, making OP units right off rip. Sure, they've learned from that not to make overwhelming, you know. Once in a while, we do see a very good Zenkai unit, similar to, like, what? Super Saiyan 4 Zenkais. Like, both of them are great, but they're balanced. Yeah. They're not, you know, broken by any means.
I'd personally argue purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku is broken.
He's really good. He's really good. He's really good. But he's right there.
Yeah, he's not like overwhelming like Gohan and them are.
Yeah, but he's insanely good. So I do see them making, you know, like, good Zenkais and whatnot. But they're going a lot better direction they were going in. So there's a lot of just positive changes that I see the development team making. So there's a lot of good things that are happening in this game. If you guys have any questions or, you know, thoughts on this discussion, definitely leave them in the comments. I'll make sure to get back to you guys. I appreciate Biscuit for joining with me in this discussion. Any last words, bro?
If y'all want us to discuss anything else, leave in the comments. You know, if we see and think, hey, it's discussion worthy, we'll discuss it. Thanks for having me on, Virgil.
Yep, no problem, dude. And just have a blessed rest of y'all's day, you guys, and stay frosty. You know the vibes. Peace.